when my career is over, as far as me in a combat sport, as far as boxing, whatever, if I'm promoting on social media or I'm doing exhibitions, it's like, oh man, he's broke. No, it's not a crime for them to make money. They don't say nothing about the guys that's 80 and 90 that's still making hundreds of millions and billions, but as soon as somebody black does it, your people, your own people say, oh, he's broke. Listen.
This might be the one time where Floyd is strong-armed into signing a fight that he maybe didn't want to be a part of if he, I don't know, didn't think it was a pro or he signed down for it and didn't understand. I have no idea, but he that's the other thing. He signed three separate contracts according to Manny Pacquiao's team already. What did you think this was?
Mayweather, come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O? Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but
Floyd Mayweather has publicly addressed speculation surrounding his potential rematch with Manny Pacquiao after reports suggested he was stepping back from the fight. He emphasized that his involvement in exhibition matches isn't financially motivated, stating he remains capable of generating income independently. Mayweather stressed that his perfect 50-0 professional record stays intact regardless of any exhibition contest he chooses to participate in.
I'm not here to talk about no one else's pockets. Because I got to where I got to focusing on Floyd Mayweather. That's how I got to becoming 50-0. Because my thing was always, I didn't care what nobody else was doing. I had to focus on me and my family, focus on what I have to do. And that's how.
Sources close to the situation reveal that Mayweather typically handles challenges on his own, even when facing disagreements within his team. He's currently navigating various legal and business issues connected to Al Heyman, Showtime, and other promotional entities.
Pacquiao, I'm sure there'll be a statement from Team Floyd. I don't even know who's on Floyd's team anymore. Leonard Ellerby's gone. I don't know if Al Heyman's probably not working with him because he's not necessarily directly in a lawsuit with Al Heyman, but that's another thing. Floyd is directly in a lawsuit with Showtime right now for $300 million, saying they didn't pay him, that they paid Al Heyman and that money never got facilitated to him. This is a mess, dude. And, you know, people were like, oh, Floyd ain't going broke. And, okay, he made close to $1 billion, but I'm telling you, when you spin like Floyd Mayweather spins, when you take advantage of people and try to essentially steal their money, you start having these little things become big things where you're not paying off. I mean, we went over all this already, but you're not paying off properties that are getting foreclosed on. You owe millions upon millions of dollars to the IRS. You're buying assets that don't appreciate. You're having to sell back things and close.
Meanwhile, complex
reports have surfaced claiming Mayweather is dealing with a $7.3 million IRS tax lien alongside multiple legal battles, raising questions about how these financial pressures might influence his planned 2026 comeback. Meanwhile, Oscar De La Hoya has launched criticism at Mayweather, alleging he deliberately avoided dangerous professional fights throughout his career. De La Hoya argues that Mayweather prioritized preserving his undefeated status over consistently facing the most formidable opponents available.
against me back when we fought. And what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? You're retires for 1 year and 1 day. Bro, ever since I got beat up by Manny Pacquiao in my last fight, I've wanted to fight every single day, but I couldn't because I wasn't right. Physically, emotionally, I just wasn't right. All that depression, all that that I had within my spirit. But now these last 5 years, I've put in the work, man. Woo! I did a lot of work and I feel happy. I feel at
According to Tim Bradley, Mayweather was never genuinely committed to the rematch from the beginning and only entertained the idea for financial gain. Bradley believes that once Mayweather secured his payday and handled his immediate concerns, he distanced himself from any potential Pacquiao sequel.
Properties, and I guess he needed to come back and fight and take care of that. Well, he got some cheese from that advancement. I'm pretty sure he took care of that. You know, and now he's chilling. Now he's saying to himself, you know, I'm damn 50 years old. I ain't trying to fight. Nah, I ain't trying to fight. Let's do an exhibition. Let's, you know what I mean? Like, this don't even make sense. I'm 50, you 46. bro, let's just be smart and do an exhibition. And I get it. Everybody saying, oh, well, he signed Tim for a real fight and all this stuff. I get it. And I'm not gonna argue that. He right. You signed Mayweather, damn it. You're supposed to be fighting for real, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Wade Plemons recalls the protracted negotiations that preceded their original encounter, highlighting how disputes over drug testing protocols and various other issues delayed the fight for years before it eventually materialized.
For years and years to make that fight happen, only for the rematch to come now and years later, decade later, and we're talking still about money. And we're still talking about the classification of this fight. Floyd, if he doesn't take this fight after it's been announced on Netflix, after he's going broke, he owes people lots of money. The IRS just leaned on him again, Fat Joe style, leaned back on him for another, $7 million? After Floyd took an advance to cash, he took a cash advance on this fight because he signed however many different contracts already, and to sign those, he was paid money and then took a cash advance. At least that's what's being reported. If they don't fight, Netflix, and I'm assuming the representatives of Manny Pacquiao, are gonna be on his ass in court. And that's not a fight he can win right now. Where's the money coming from? Floyd has got to be the dumbest person in a position that he is in, and one of the dumbest rich people.
Plemons are
Industry insiders speculate that Mayweather might be experiencing serious financial strain, citing reported debts, IRS complications, and alleged advance payments tied to fight contracts. They suggest that if Mayweather backs out after the Netflix announcement, Pacquiao's team could pursue legal remedies. Critics argue that Mayweather's financial mismanagement has weakened his negotiating power for future deals.
How do you think you're going to strong-arm Netflix into doing what you want to do with this whole, no, it's going to be an exhibition, no, we don't know where the fight's going to be, after it's already announced where the fight's going to be, the date it's going to be on, and it is going to be a pro bout? And also, you're not in a position to be very flippant with money. So not only will Floyd potentially, if this is not signed by tomorrow or today, as you guys are seeing this video, Manny's representative there, Jazz Mather, said that Floyd would make more than he's made in the last 5 years on this fight. And I agree with him. Combined, if you don't take this now, not only are you not going to make that money, you're going to owe money because you already took money. You took a cash advance on this. And you breached your contract. So you're now going to have to pay lawyer fees. You're going to lose, all because you piped up in public and essentially shit on the entire event, saying it was something it wasn't. Floyd, no money Mayweather, dude. I can't believe that's...
Tim Bradley observes that Mayweather, now 50, seems less interested in competitive boxing and more drawn to exhibition-style events, while Pacquiao remains active at 46. Bradley argues that lower-risk formats make more sense given their ages and acknowledges the validity of criticism regarding Mayweather's initial commitment to a competitive bout. He suggests that financial and business factors likely influence Mayweather's decisions after receiving contractual payments.
On the stuff I know that could have happened, right? That could have happened. Maybe Mayweather was thinking like this. I don't know. But I just know that that money he received, I'm pretty out, man. Damn it, I don't know for sure, but damn it, I'm probably about, I know I'm 85, 90%. I'm telling you, because he wouldn't, I don't think he'll be doing this. This is business. So he's just saying, I understand it was a real fight, but now I want to change it. I want to change it now. I got my advancement. Now I want to change it. That's just what it is.
Zab Judah questions the psychology behind avoiding high-stakes fights, wondering whether it's truly about protecting an undefeated record. He compares maintaining a perfect 0 to achieving an 800 credit score globally, representing excellence, prestige, and perfection. Judah credits Mayweather with masterfully managing his unbeaten streak as a strategic career move, while noting that fighters like Pacquiao continue competing at elite levels against quality opponents such as Mario Barrios.
Because is it your O? Is it your losing that O? Could be that it?
Of course. That's what it's all come down to. I mean, the O is like a 800 credit score. Globally, universally. You walk around with an 800 credit score with the O. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the O brings. It brings an 800 credit score for wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Floyd he's done a great job with that. Great job. So of course he's gonna, you know, shoulder roll on that O. I ain't mad at him. Smart guy. He understand. He ain't no fool. Word.
Could it be possibly too that, you know, Manny Pacquiao has been fighting at the top level, fighting Mario Barrios and getting a draw for that WBC title? You know, Floyd hasn't fought world-class level in a long.
Judah believes that if Pacquiao possessed any clear advantage, Mayweather would likely avoid the matchup since he typically sidesteps unnecessary risks. He views Mayweather as calculated in choosing fights where he maintains control and holds distinct advantages. However, Judah emphasizes that neither fighter fears the other, as both possess exceptional skills and vast experience, while their first meeting's outcome continues shaping public perception with Mayweather holding the victory.
Allow or engage into something else where somebody else have the advantage on him. He's not going to engage into it. He can always make sure that, you know, he's top of the food chain when it comes to everything. You know what I'm saying? And then he proceeds forward. So if Pacquiao has the edge, a little bit, you can forget about it.
Do you think it looks different?
Huh?
Do you think the fight looks different now that they're a little bit older now? And
I mean, listen, like I said, both fighters are great. They both have skill. Nobody's scared of nobody. Nobody lacks or got anything over, you know, one another. But Floyd got over Pacquiao. I won the first fight. Now Pacquiao, that's why Pacquiao's so adamant.
and Pacquiao's activity.
He's Pacquiao's very adamant to get this rematch because he understands, like, wait a minute, I need one more shot. It's almost like going into, you know, it's something about rematches. You know, I mean, I've been successful with all my, you know, with my rematch.
The situation has consistently been presented as a legitimate professional contest rather than an exhibition from the start. Mayweather now faces accusations of potentially breaching contractual obligations, with reports indicating Pacquiao's camp has given him a deadline to confirm his intentions regarding the rematch, renegotiate terms, or withdraw entirely. Sources maintain the plan never involved converting to exhibition format at any point, and Pacquiao reportedly has zero interest in an exhibition with Mayweather, insisting the bout was always meant as a sanctioned professional fight.
Everything from the beginning has been for a real fight. He is in breach right now. He has to provide written confirmation by tomorrow that he has intent to cure it, and there's a certain amount of time because there's multiple breaches across the board. Mayweather said he and others have already reached out to Mayweather to correct the situation, so he's fully aware. The guy thinks he knows what he's doing every time, and when people try to reach out to him or give him advice, he always, I got this, I have it figured out. We definitely don't, because we don't have our next steps figured out, right? The fight is not canceled. Floyd is definitely in breach of his contract. There's been no request by anybody to cancel it. Mayweather has been asked to provide written confirmation that he intends to live up to.
It is also being
Reports indicate Mayweather may have executed 3 separate agreements on different dates with 2 distinct parties, which were subsequently consolidated in January, all relating to his professional boxing return. This potentially binds him to multiple contractual obligations he's expected to fulfill, with the Netflix-backed rematch deal being the most significant. Confusion arose when Mayweather suggested to Las Vegas media that the event might be treated as an exhibition, seemingly contradicting how the fight was originally marketed and promoted.
Put on a fight that lives up to the deal and not degrade or disrespect anyone involved in setting this up. Pacquiao, meanwhile, is miffed by Mayweather's backpedaling. Manny Pacquiao, I believe he's going to bite me. He's going to bite me. Manny Pacquiao is not happy. He's been looking forward to this rematch. Nobody ever got a contract, and Netflix stepping up as a media empire holds a lot of weight. It reassured Manny that this was real. They put a stamp on it. He's obviously displeased. He does want to fight Floyd. He does not want an exhibition. Has no interest in that because that was never part of their conversation. and asked if the fight would ever occur as an exhibition. The fight will not take place as a pure exhibition. Under the contract and terms and platform, we are partnered with.
To add another layer,
Adding complexity to the situation, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is reportedly involved in several concurrent business arrangements during this same time frame. Sources suggest he may have scheduled an additional separate exhibition in Greece against a kickboxer, along with other high-profile exhibition opportunities. These reports indicate Mayweather Jr. is juggling multiple commitments simultaneously, creating further complications around his return and existing fight-related contracts.
A bunch of people's money where there's nothing on the line, which means Manny can't get his get back and Floyd keeps his 50-0. So it looks like Floyd's trying to get slick and switch it up. And at the same time, Floyd did something else that I can see, at least this is my understanding, that Floyd Mayweather Jr. also negotiated himself another fight with a kickboxer in Greece. So Floyd gets his hands on some cash from the negotiation from Floyd with Manny. Then he also picks up another payday for himself with an exhibition against a kickboxer. And he has the exhibition on Netflix with Mike Tyson. All of which he can win and look good in, but at the same time not risk anything. And not only that, he can pull the cash from one guy to give him some, because cash rules everything around me. So he gets his hands on some.
that wraps up today's
Make sure you stay tuned for more updates on this developing story.
What's Coming Next.